out of apartment 5B.
You're now tuned into the Apartment 5B podcast, where we chop it up about hip-hop, R&B, sports, love and life. Hosted by Kill.
It's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing.
What's good? You are tuned to Apartment 5B podcast hosted by man Kill. I got my squad in effect as always. Yo, we got the long lost boy in the crib right now, man. You know, Rec 1 is back in the building. Rec, what's good, baby?
I'm good, man. You see the tables are still behind me. I'm still alive.
Hey,
man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
I'm still trying. I'm still shining.
Hey. JR came in on his cool out joint, like, hey, what's up, y'all? And he was like, oh shit, Rec. Like, yeah, man. Like, he back. He back in the building. Rec is back in the building. I got my brother Veg from BK. What's good, bro?
Knicks in 12.
Come on, son. I'm doing this, yo. No.
Still happening.
Yo, here's the crazy part. Now you got do-rag Vegas. We had hoodie Vegas. Now you got do-rag Vegas, bro. We got hoodie do-rag. We don't know what we getting tonight. The R&B guru, JR. What's going on, fam?
What's going on, man? Feel good to be back, man. It's been a couple of weeks, but I'm in here, man.
No doubt. My brother Rell out of Philadelphia. Rell, I like that background, bro. I like that background. Move the camera up a little bit so they can see. Move the camera up so they can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Just your daily reminder that we won the Super Bowl. Usually I want to jump right in, but I haven't had a chance to talk to Knicks fans about this. How do y'all feel about them firing Tibbs? Vague, just thumbs up, thumbs down. Was you with it? That's swag. Okay, you was good. Okay. All right. And JR, what about you? Oh, dang. Yo, this nigga made y'all fucking relevant again. Like,
can I speak on that real quick? I'm gonna tell you, as a basketball fan and coach, I'm gonna tell you why they probably not tripping. With Tibbs, you're only gonna get so far because he's gonna run your players in the ground. He doesn't trust his bench. He has it's a history of running the offense running through one person and the ball being stuck, like with Derrick Rose, and overplaying his stars to the point where they get to a certain point and then they're worn down. So you're only gonna get to a certain point with him.
I totally concur. When the Knicks hired him, I was like, why are y'all hiring him? We know what Tibbs is gonna do. But I won't hold y'all. I didn't expect Tibbs to get them to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's why I thought it may have gotten a pass. So I get it. I was against Tibbs. I thought Tibbs should have been out the league after he lost the Minnesota Timberwolves job, if we keeping it a buck.
I agree.
Absolutely.
So that's why, I'm definitely with you on that, bro. But Vague, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, his success is almost predictable because that's what he's done, right? Like even with the Knicks, it's not a revelation because he got the Knicks that far, because he typically does that. He creates successful seasons with his teams. But everything Rell said, and also it's easy to forget, like there were like 5 or 6 games we were down like 20. And there were no adjustments, nothing. He was kind of forced to use the bench and change the lineup. So it's not really like a disrespectful thing, because it's coaches who won championships not that long ago that got fired. It's just kind of, the league is like 2K now. So right. If you're going to get somebody to, if they do some dumb shit, it's like Rick Brunson is the coach.
Shit, they talking about how the locker room don't fuck with him.
I was just about to say, I read an article about that. So, but all right. So real quick, JR, who would you want as the coach? Who would you hope to get?
I don't even know. To be honest, I'm actually trusting, Leon Rose, to be honest. Like, he's done great for us, for the lads, like the moves, even though that 5 shit that he did with Bridges, I think was stupid. But it is what it is. But other than I'm gonna go with him, you know what I mean, and see whoever he picks. So I'm with it, you know what I mean. I'm glad it's gone. Bye.
Greg, who you want? If you had a wish list, who do you want?
Well, one of the things I would hope they would do a trade for a better coach. I just don't know who. I've heard some things, but I don't know if they're gonna happen. So I'm kind of like JR. Like, as long as it makes sense for taking the Knicks to the next step, then I'm cool with it. Because there was just too many flaws that I could have coached. I'm looking at them like, damn, that rotation is all crazy, and everything was just off, and it was a coaching thing. So. Yeah. Hopefully they find the right coach. And just more importantly, because it's the same thing when people become managers, right? You're not just managing the work. You have to know how to manage the people. Man, that's a huge part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know how to manage the people, the work won't matter. You can't even be successful. So I just hope it's one of those things where the nerds can be nerds. The coach like when I look at the Pacers, like Rick Carlisle, he looked like he just let them like, yo, do what y'all do, but I need y'all to do this. Yeah. And they do it. So I just hope it's one of those situations.
Right. What was you gonna say?
When Vegas said like a trade, I think the perfect coach for them would be the guy that's in Houston.
The boy who cheated on Nia Long?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it.
He's a great.
I don't even know the boy's name. I just know him as the boy who cheated on Nia Long.
He's a great coach, and he's a great leader of men. Like, he can be able to relate to the players, and his rotations, his creativity with the offense. He'll be good for them. I hope that they don't get him, because
I don't know, Rell. He lost me. He let my baby down. He lost me.
I mean, that shows bad decision making right there. But as a basketball coach, he's pretty good, yo.
Remember,
I'm not leaving Houston.
Nah, he ain't leaving Houston though.
The only person I can think of is the boy Mike Malone, just because he's won a chip. Like, that's
he's talking about that.
That's like the only thing. Like, if you want somebody to get you a chip, then I feel like you kind of niggas like, oh, bring in Sam Cassell. Nah, I don't want no rookie coach. Here's the thing. I apologize, everybody. I'm not a fucking Knicks fan, so I really don't give a fuck who you are. But if it was my franchise, I don't want a rookie coach. If it's like we could only get to this point, there's no way I think a rookie coach is going to take you to that next level either. So. But that's what it is.
You can't do that in New York. I think the last rookie coach they might have had like that might have been Rick Pitino. You can't do that. New York, they will kill that man. Cassell will grow fucking hair.
Real quick, before we get started, my roommate from college, my man Apple, him and his wife have their new store. It's called Apple Core. It is in Columbia, Maryland. It's at 6945 Oakland Mills Road, Suite A, Columbia, Maryland. Their desserts are bananas. If y'all know me, y'all know our calorie count. I barely eat dessert, but they got the sweet potato cheesecake. I'm talking chef's kiss. 5 mic bananas. It's crazy. If you're in Columbia, Maryland, if you're in Baltimore, take the ride. If you're anywhere in the DMV, trust me. If you don't like it and you're a rapper, I'll give you a beat for free. That's how much I believe in their desserts. It's crazy. Tuesdays through Fridays, 9 to 5. On Saturdays, 9 to 2. Check them out. Like I said, that sweet potato cheesecake, it's bananas. They got vegan options. They got gluten-free, all that stuff. Anything that y'all don't eat, they got. So definitely check that out. Apple Core, looking at that. But y'all know me. Let's jump right into it. The other day, I'm at my office. I got this mixtape, this Best of Erykah Badu mixtape. I called it the Green Eye Bandit. And Bag Lady came on. And I probably listened to Bag Lady for about 30 minutes. I just kept it on repeat. And I was like, yo, I love this song. Everything from the beat to the lyrics to the concept. And it had me thinking, like, what are songs that we just keep on repeat? Because here's the thing. I'll drive. I got a 40-minute commute into DC. There are days I will listen to the same song for the whole 40 minutes. You know what I mean? And some days I'm like, damn, am I the only person who does this? Because T don't understand it. T be like, yo, can you change the song? And a lot of times in my mind, I'm like listening to how the production is. And I'm like, oh, okay, he brought the kick in there. That's when the bass came in. So I'm like deconstructing the song. So I got to thinking, you've got a bunch of reasons why people may listen to a song on repeat. Back in the day, it was, we had to learn the lyrics. You know what I mean? I kept Roxanne on repeat because I had to learn all the lyrics. You know what I mean? You may listen to it just because it's a dope song. I love the song. You may listen to it because you may keep it on repeat because it speaks to you. Maybe it's a song that reminds you of something you was going through. It could be because you're trying to figure out how. I know sometimes T will be listening to Beyonce and she'll keep it on rewinding because she's trying to see what notes she's hitting and all that. So today's whole show is just about songs that you have kept on repeat. If you aren't like me and you've never had that, then cool. Throw me some songs that you can just listen to for eternity. But I really want to try to tackle songs that we've actually had on repeat and then try to break down why that is. But Rep, you back in the building, man. Before we get started, do you listen to songs on repeat or is it just me? And see, you're a DJ, so it may. And why do you do it?
All right, so like you, I have a long drive, and part of my job is window time. I got to transport people to and from places, right? So I'm listening to music. Sometimes I might have a gig. I listen to music the same way you listen to it for the same reasons. I may need to hear where kicks are, cut points, cue points, things of that nature, because I don't necessarily DJ just to, playing music. I'm going to put music in a certain format for you. So I have to listen to it in a certain way so I can memorize it as if I made it myself, right? So I listen, everything on my list I have had on repeat for sometimes days at a time, hours at a time, for different reasons. So I'm just like you. You ain't crazy.
All right, no doubt. Vague, what about you, bro?
I got plenty of songs I listen to on repeat, mostly because, I just love them, or it evokes like an emotion or a memory or something that the song does that, taps into whatever I want to feel at that moment. Sometimes surprisingly, like when something comes on the radio and you're like, oh, this is my shit kind of thing. But for the most part, for me, it's more so because I really love the record. But obviously I have a list where I could break down some of the details as to why.
All right, no doubt. JR, what about you?
I'm like that on the norm. You know what I mean? If I love a song, I'm just going to repeat it. You know what I mean? Like, Elise hates that. You know what I mean? When she come to my house and I'm playing a joint, she be like, nigga, can we hear the next song? Like, I don't want to hear this no more. But that's just me. Like, and I used to have like a 45-minute drive. So for real, like I would listen to a song the whole time. I just had that joint on repeat. So when you said this and you sent it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this. Because I got so many, but I put it down to 10 anyway. So, but that's me.
And what about you, Rell?
Absolutely. And people that know me are sick of some of these songs. Like people that know me for real, that be around me a lot. A couple of these songs they don't want to hear again.
Yeah, mine too.
Like it's done. All right, let's get set it off. I'm gonna set us off with a couple because there's so many. I'm gonna give you a new joint, Ace Trumpets by Clips. Yo, as soon as that joint dropped,
I'm loving it.
I was like, yo, it dropped midnight. That shit, I got up the next day, was working out. It was on. I think I listened to that song all day Friday. Like, literally just put it on repeat, worked out to it, was in the shower listening to it, cut my hair listening to it, went and got Naomi listening to it. Like, I literally listened to that song all day. The beat is crazy, and I just love Pusha Malice. Like, to me, they're so effortless with their rhymes. Yellow Diamonds look like PP. Like, I'm like, yo, this nigga, how you make PP sound hard, man? Like, that's a gift in itself. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's so much game in just these two verses. And I feel like this is just like the minimum of them. Like, Rell, in fact, don't send me nothing else, Rell. I don't want to listen to nothing else. I don't want to listen to nothing else off this album. Like, dead ass. Like, if 3 more songs drop, I just want to pop this album in and just listen to it. Like, Rell sent me something last week.
I sent him a snippet and it was crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, all right.
It made me not want to hear no more either.
I was like, I don't want to hear no more. I just want to wait for the album. So that's a new joint. Spodioti by Outkast. when that joint dropped, it can just stay on repeat. I love the fact that so many people from R&B to hip hop, so many people have used the same horn sample or same horn riff or That's just crazy. Lucchini. I can never get tired of Lucchini Can't Flow. I tell people, if Lucchini comes on and you don't smile, I don't fucking trust you. You're the feds. You done did something. You them niggas on Paid in Full that kept trying to talk to Ace. Like, I don't trust you if you don't smile with that. Speaking of clips, Grinding. Like, when that joint came out, that joint can just, I will never get tired of Grinding, especially the video. And for good measure, Dre's Let Me Ride. I love that song. I know everybody else, there's other songs off the Chronic that people like, none but a G thing. If you told me you can only listen to one song off the Chronic, Let Me Ride. I'm good with that. And here's another thing. I found a lot of these joints are more album cuts. The other Dre song I love is Talking to My Diary off of Compton. The last song that ends that joint. I think that song is incredible. I've literally just listened to that on repeat. The beats, the rhymes, everything. R&B. BBD's Poison. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this song. I know, JR, you don't really like it. I know it's
no. I like it. I like it. You know, it's just overplayed.
Right. I know it's everywhere, but it's like I don't know if I'll ever get tired of that intro. And that's something that people. I don't think a lot of people who listen to music or create music know how important a good intro is. Like that. Dun, dun, dun. As soon as you hear it, niggas is on the dance floor. People done lost their mind. The beat hasn't even dropped yet. Like, that's the importance of having a dope intro. SOS fans, Tell Me and Take Your Time. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to Tell Me just on repeat for infinity. Bilal's Home, the reggae joint off the Firstborn Second. That joint can stay on repeat. JR, you'll love this. Brandy's Like This and Rather Be. Those are two joints that
can just stay on repeat. I'm glad you said it because everybody go to When You Touch Me. I'm glad you talk about Like This. Like that. And here's the thing, Bruno Mars, that's what I like. I love that song. I will never get tired of that song.
I'm tired of that one because my wife plays that shit for a whole fucking ride in her car. She'll play that on repeat. I'm done.
Yeah, so that's it for me. Rec, what are a couple of yours? Now I got millions, so I mean, Rec, if you only want to go out one at a time or two at a time, however you want to do it.
This is what I'll do. I'll go two because I gave you 20.
All right, yeah, do two.
All right, so I smile because you said this, man. Let Me Ride by Dr. Dre. I think that's his greatest song in format. If we talking his whole 35, 40, however many years he been pressing the button.
Yeah, I love it.
It's not in standard format. If you know how to count bars and you know how it's set up, that shit is not in standard format. So when you hear it, like, but then if you know what the actual song sounds like that he has sampled and what he has done to it, okay, now you got a whole nother piece there. And then that shit is just fire, man. Like, I was listening to it this morning and then I happened to catch the remix. There is a remix to this. And it's not bad. It's a jazzy kind of. You got to catch the Death Row Classics album. Came out years ago, and everybody's on it. His verse is the only verse that's not changed. Everyone else changed their verses, new verses. It is not a rap song. It's kind of just like a vibe, like a R&B hip hop. It's dope. But Let Me Ride is probably the one song you will hear me play the most outside of this next song if I'm doing anything. Unbelievable. Biggie Smalls. That shit got me through basic training, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm a retired hooper. I'm a tall guy. I can run up and down the basketball court all day when I was young, but distance is not my thing. So in the military, you have to run 2 miles within a specific time. Me not preparing for it in that way, the only way I know to count without having a watch on is music. Unbelievable is 3 minutes and 43 seconds. I know this because I played that shit to the fucking label. It don't say nothing on it, right? If I rap that to myself 4 times, I've ran my 2 mile in a good time. That's how important that song was to me. And my drill sergeants would be like, they used to call me Grape Ape. Grape Ape, what are you mumbling to yourself? And I just bust out rapping that shit. They fell out laughing. But I passed my fucking 2 mile and that shit got me the fuck up out of basic training. So that shit has that much importance to me. Like, from when I first heard it to now, when I hear it, I can just smile. And when I talk to the young people who I put in the Army, I tell them about the struggles of things like that. That's how you get through basic training, because it's really just you and the people around you. You got to play a mind game with yourself. And I tell them, look, if you got songs that you fuck with, that's going to get you through when it's just you. When you can't lean on the person to the left or the right of you. Find the music that you fuck with. That's going to get you through. And when they come back and they come see me, they tell me, yo, you was right. And that's one of them. That's one of them ones for me. If I hear that shit in the street, everything stops.
That's dope. I love hearing that too. And it's another testament of how music can get you through. You know what I mean?
Anything.
So that's another dope testament. Vay, what you got, bro?
All right, I got a couple, so I'll do two also. I got a Biggie joint, Everyday Struggle. I think when I first heard it, my thoughts kind of went to the beat was different than everything on the album. The feeling was different, and the storytelling by Big, it just was so sincere and vivid in the way he painted that picture. And I used to listen to that walking to and back and forth to high school in the morning, Boys and Girls High School, Fulton Street, Mr. Mickens. But every day I used to listen to that joint, like, you know, within a rotation, repeat, whatever. And I remember a couple of times just repeating it. And for me, it was a personal connection, even though like the story he's telling in this song isn't a life I lived. The whole idea of everyday struggle, I was trying to get out the hood. That was my whole mindset. Like at that point, I was like, I'm focusing on school. I'm gonna go to college, because at that point in time, I would have been the second one to graduate from college. So it was kind of like that song amongst other songs, but that song in particular kind of stuck with me as like my soundtrack. And it's just a dope record from Big, because it's one thing most rappers tend to glorify the life of being a drug dealer, but this was real, right? Like his man getting clipped, going out of town, like how he's feeling about it, saying he cried, like all these different things. So it just was a really dope song and relatable in more than one way.
Very Everyday Struggle is so dope. And the funny thing, this ain't no sample snitching. Who sampled is out. I don't want nobody crying about that. This is the sample for Everyday Struggle. So this is what I love about hip hop, because this boy don't look like this is where the sample for Everyday Struggle comes from.
Ain't never been to Brooklyn.
No, I was out digging with somebody years ago, and my man was like, "Yo, this is the joint for Everyday Struggle." I was like, "Nigga, shut the fuck up." He's like, "Nah, it's Everyday Struggle. Grab it." And I was like, "All right." And it's like, so that's another reason why I love this culture so much, because we take something and just make it something completely 100% different than what it was. So, yeah. What's your next joint, Vay?
My next joint is an R&B joint, Jodeci, Freaking You remix.
Ooh.
So many times, I ran so many times, like to the point where if I don't hear it for a while, like kind of like Rex said, and that shit come on, I got stacks like the international house. Like I'm in mode. I'm in mode already as soon as I hear it. So, and I think it was just the pairing was kind of unpredictable, because you like Raekwon and Ghost on the Jodeci record. The beat was hip hop. It's, to me, it's like way better than the original, and I like the original, but it was just a really dope song at a dope time. And also it came out like my freshman year in college, so yeah, I know I was partying like a motherfucker, and that's all like reggae room, all that. So when this was on, it was just on. So it's tied to a lot of memories also for me. But yeah, I could literally listen to that over and over again.
That's dope. JR, what you got, bro?
All right, my first one is a hip hop one. It's gonna be Biggie's Warning, and that. Ever since I heard that, I wanted to learn the lyrics from my dad anyway. So I would be in my room playing it over and over and over again. And my mom would be like, why the hell is he playing Warning over and over and over and over again? And I finally learned it. And to do it in front of my pop, didn't do it in front of my mom because my dad even let me slip and curse. So it was cool. So I learned the whole thing, and it was like he looked like a proud pop. So anytime I hear it now, it actually killed like 2 weeks ago. I was driving to work, and now my ride is only like 20 minutes. And I put the joint on, and I just was spitting like, and it was like, I just put it on. I was like, man, run this back, y'all, like for real. So it takes back memories. It makes me remember my dad. So morning, I can hear that, and I'm just gonna go in the whole time. So that's definitely mine. And I'm gonna put a new joint. I'm gonna start a new joint with R&B for real. "Kiss the Sky" by Avery Wilson. If y'all don't know this song,
that's the boy from The Wiz, right? He was the Wiz on Broadway. Yeah, he was the lion boy. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Scarecrow, my bad. Yeah.
This song is dope, y'all. Like it came out in 2024.
Is that the one that what's the two boys did?
Talking about Louis York, yes.
Yeah, Louis York. Yep, that joint is crazy. That joint
ain't it?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still crazy. I'm still playing it. Like Avery Wilson was like, yo, I talk about it at least once a month. Yeah. And he'd be like, damn, yo, this joint is almost 2 years old. I'm like, I'm still playing this joint. It's still on top of my playlist. So if y'all, I would recommend y'all go listen. It's an R&B straight joint, y'all. Like for real. Like
what's the name?
So it would definitely be that. That's my new joint that I'm still rocking to. So
it's Kiss the Sky, right? That's
Kiss
the name
the Sky.
of it.
Kiss the Sky. Yeah, I wrote it down.
I seen it on Louis York's page. Then I had to find it on iTunes. Yeah, that joint is a banger.
Yeah, and you could tell that Claude, you could tell he did the demo if you know him, but Avery kind of took it and made it his. So the joint is dope, for real. So yeah, that's my joint I'm still rocking to right now that I can play over and over again. So
yeah, that's dope. Rell, what you got, bro?
I got quite a few. I got 22 rap joints and 12 R&B, so I'll just do a couple. I'm gonna start with "Electric Relaxation."
That's on my list.
To me, like it's it's like a perfect song. Like, you know what I'm saying? The vibe, the beat, the flow, the content, everything was just perfect. And it's from one of my favorite albums, Midnight Marauders. I remember like we be talking like hip hop for us is about like just memories and stuff you can remember. I just could remember when that album was about to come out and I heard Award Tour for the first time, and I just was so hyped for something. I was just hyped, you know what I'm saying? And getting the album and that following up Low End Theory was just like cemented them. And like for me, and the Electric Relaxation, I played it over and over and over again. Like it's one of my favorite songs ever. This is funny. One of the first songs that I spent money on, when you could buy singles. Remember you could buy singles? Is Sometimes I Rhyme Slow, Nice and Smooth. As a kid, I loved that song.
Yes, sir.
I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I had my little couple dollars, Shelvingham Mall, got me the single, and ran that joint in the ground. You know what I'm saying? I can still listen to it today. And another hip hop would be Chief Rocker, Laws of the Underground. Another song I ran in the ground, and I just listened to it a couple times the other day. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to it, it's always multiple times. I never listen to it once. You know what I'm saying? That's like an all-time classic. You know what I mean? And
the drums on that joint is crazy, man. Like that, the breakdown, it's crazy. I posted on IG, man. You know you got a hip hop family. I got the promotion of chief of staff at my job, so TNA got me a fancy pen and inscribed in it, #1 Chief Rocker. Like, you know what I mean? So just like, you know, you got a hip hop family when they getting lyrics inscribed on a pen for you. So yeah, Chief Rocker was crazy, bro.
And R&B, I do too. Anybody who knows me really,
I already know what it is. Can I try to throw this out there?
Go ahead.
I know it's Case.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
There we go.
Yeah.
Love that song. Love that
Dope
song.
song.
Like,
Yeah, it is.
yo, JR know about it because I did.
He came on the show.
Love that I can play that shit all day. Like, seriously. Like, my top on iTunes, my top played is number 1. Like, I love that song. And everybody that knows me, some people are sick of it. They like, he's always playing, but I don't care. I love it. And I love it. I'll listen to it tonight, probably. And this next song, it's kind of weird. Like, I love this song, listen to it over and over, but sometimes, like, I can't listen. I don't want to listen to it because of the mood it put me in. I don't feel like being in that mood sometimes. And this My Life, Mary J. Blige. It put me in like a self-reflective mood. And sometimes I don't be wanting to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that song just had me sitting there thinking about shit. Sometimes I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I'm in that zone, I play that song over and over. That song, if you don't like that song, something wrong with you. Like, something wrong with you. That song is like perfect, bro. So that's mine.
Bro, it's so funny you say that about, like, it's just an introspective song. I remember the first time we had got the advanced copy of it, and I remember playing it on repeat. Like, I got to that song, My Life, and then I got stuck there. You talk about the ball gets stuck the ball got stuck on My Life, and that shit may have not moved to the next song for a couple of days. Wow. I mean, I damn near remember almost tearing up listening to that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
that's
damn. And that was the first time I heard. That's the first time I heard the joint. You know what I mean? So I'm with you on that. That song will get you stuck. That's like a quicksand joint. Like, you fuck around and be like, I don't even want to think about my life right now, man. I wasn't even in the mood to get my shit together. But
call out from work. You don't even know why you called out from work.
Right. All right, next up, I got a couple more. We got Eric B. and Rakim's Microphone Fiend. The first time I heard that beat, I was just blown away. I mean, before Rakim even said a word, I was just like that. I was like, yo, this may be the craziest beat. Then the drums come in, and then at the end where the drum breakdown is there, Microphone Fiend, I love that. Now, here are 2 songs that I did because I wanted to learn the words. And I know the CD is around here somewhere. God, this room is a mess. I gotta spend a day getting this room straight. Off of Freddie Gibbs' Sold Separately. It's called Dark Hearted and Gold Rings with Pusha T. Yo, I thought his flow on Dark Hearted was so crazy. I was like, I gotta learn this song. I gotta learn it. I'm not doing the iTunes. Just we going old school. We going back to 84. I'm listening to this song over and over again until I could spit it. It was the same thing with Gold Rings. Here's the thing. Gangstar. There's so many. One of the things I did, I think it was like 90, probably was 98, because I moved to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta after I graduated in 97. Then a year later, I got the job back at 889 and I moved back. And every Wednesday, I would study a producer's album. So I would just take Main Source and just listen to it all day. What drums are Large Professor using? How does the drums change going into the chorus? Is that a filtered bass line or those bass tones? So I would just literally dissect albums every Wednesday. Gangstar is so many. I mean, when I first started making beats, if you listen to any of my beats from my ASR 10 era, they all sound like Primo. I wanted to be Primo. Like, everything was there. So with Gangstar, I mean, just some of them just to get a rep. That's my favorite Gangstar song, period. At the time when that dropped, I used to have to, and Rell, you wouldn't understand this. I had my girlfriend at the time lived in Nicetown. So, we uptown. So I got to catch the 6 to Broad Island. Then I got to catch the train to Wyoming. And I could either wait for the bus, but I'm going to sit in Target, or just start walking. And I would just have that playing in my head just to get a rep. So that's it. Mass Appeal. I can't tell you how many times I listen to Mass Appeal. That's just stupid. Yes. The Planet. I listen to The Planet so much it makes no sense. The Place Where We Dwell, Above the Clouds, JFK to LAX, and B.I. versus Friendship. I listen to that because the chops that Preem did on that, if y'all don't know, find out what the original sample is. What he did to that Isaac Hayes is stupid. High Tech, Round and Round with Jonell. That joint stayed on repeat. Man. I just finally got my. Here's the crazy part. I got the album. After all these years, I finally got my hand on the whole album. So if you want it, let me know. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, let me know.
That I, shout out to Grap Lover, Grown Man Sport. I probably played that in Center of Attention on 889 a million times. Go to some R&B. Case, I got Happily Ever After. That's my thing. I can listen to Happily Ever After. That bridge, oh my God. I may go back to that bridge just over and over again. Like, that's where I get stuck at, that bridge. Childish Gambino's Redbone. I love that joint. I can listen to that all day. Here's a joint that a lot of people probably don't know. Chrisette Michele has this song out called Super. It was off, I forgot what album it was off of, but she did it on like this poetry thing that Omari Hardwick, Ghost from Power, used to host. He used to do like this poetry show. She came up and did the song. I was like, yo, that song is bananas. And it took like 2 years to come out. So I would always listen to that. D'Angelo's Lady. I can listen to that song. I've listened to that between that and the remix. Either one, take your pick.
Right.
That stays on repeat. It doesn't even matter what. Dave Hollister's Can't Stay off his first album. That joint stays on repeat. And DeBarge's I Like It. I can listen to I Like It. I've literally listened to that. And to this day, I just found out last week that L doesn't sing lead on that whole song. I thought it was all L. I had no idea. Who's singing in the beginning?
Not Bobby. Shoot, because Bobby was switched. It's one of them damn brothers, but it wasn't.
Right.
It
wasn't L. So I'm watching YouTube and it comes on. I'm like, nigga, you singing this? Like, oh shit. Like, I thought it was L, but L don't come in until the hook. So that's what I got. Rack with some more of your joints, bro.
I'm gonna keep it 2 by 2, man. All right, man. 1985. 85. Just moving back to the States from Germany. Sweetest Taboo, man. Sade.
Woo.
My favorite song.
As a kid living in Europe, man, you only have one fucking channel. And the best thing about that was Bryant Gumbel and fucking Sesame Street. But in Germany, they used to show American Bandstand. And she came on that motherfucker and sung this shit. And I was frozen. I'm a kid. And I'm like, who is this woman and these guys behind her singing? And that was it. She had me from that day forward. Like, I love Sade. If I'm in a mood, I will put this on and I will let it rock. Like, if I need to get out of it and I just kind of need to get out of a funk, I will let this shit blow. I've had applicants in the car and I pull up the MEPS. I'm in that bitch rocking. And they like, the fuck? I don't care. Get in the car. We're going back to the spot. I don't care. This is one of those songs that I'll pull up on you banging this joint on 20. I'm gonna go with another one. Nothing Can Come Between Us. Sade.
That's my second favorite song.
I was 10 when this shit came out, and my uncle,
the bass line on that.
Yes, that bass line is slick, man. And he used to put me on the shit that I probably normally wasn't gonna hear. And we on our way to Fairleigh Dickinson. That's where he went to college. And
Fairleigh Dickinson.
He put that shit on. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm in the back seat like, yo, what's this? Been like that ever since, man. I wish somebody would say something wrong about Sade in front of my face.
I'll make sure I keep Tanya away from you. I'll make sure. That's one of the things. That's one of the things that almost made us not get married. I was like, you don't like Sade?
Too.
He doesn't like Sade.
He does. She's like, it's suicide music. Vegas is the nigga sitting right next to you ain't the biggest Sade fan.
Oh, my mom and them is not the biggest Sade fans either. They don't like her.
I've known Vegas now for going on 8-9 years. Nothing surprises me with Vegas. But with your wife being a singer, I just always ask the question why. But she said it's suicide music. So
she would say suicide music. She's like, this is the most depressing shit. Like, how do you break up with somebody and put it? I don't know, but it's like, how do you people break up and then go put this on because then you're gonna commit suicide? Like, what's the bounce back from heartbreaking and then you go to Sade? Like, there's no bounce back. Like, you don't break up, get your heart broken, listen to Sade, and then hit the club. It's like you buy a bottle and then you fucking get a razor blade. And so
drown your sorrows and kill yourself. Vegas, why you don't like Sade?
While I do like Sade, there was a long time where I didn't, because I felt the same way as Tanya.
Yeah.
But then I saw the video for Kiss of Life, and I was like, "Oh, I like this shit."
Okay.
And that was like a gateway into all the stuff.
So it
I
took
got
some time.
albums. Yeah, I got albums. I had to be a man to really get it. So
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, but yeah, those are my two for right now, man. Sade, I think that was one of my first forays in the R&B. And you know, growing up in the '80s, y'all know how it was. We didn't have hip hop like that. Like you had it,
Right.
but you listened to a lot more other things than just hip hop music. So this was just something that we were fortunate enough to grow up with and still be fans of her today. Well, some of us.
Yep.
So,
Yo, it's
yeah,
funny, bro,
Sade.
because my man Gus, told the story before, he used to cut hair at Morgan. You go into his suite in the dorm, this nigga be blasting Sade. And you just got niggas just sitting around, just waiting to get a cut, listening to Is It a Crime? Like, it dives, it jumps, and it ripples like the deepest ocean. Like, niggas would be like, fuck is we listening to? But if you want a good cut, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just,
That's where you gotta go.
Listen to that. That's where you gotta go. Veg, what you got up next, bro?
all right, another R&B. Stevie Wonder, Golden Lady, man. I could listen to that over and over and over, and I just love that record. I love the way he's singing it. I love the music. I love the whole vibe of it. It's like it's not even connected to like no old girl, none of that shit. No old girlfriends, none of that shit. It's just me hearing that song for the first time and just kind of like you were saying, right? You just instantly love it. You want to know what is that, who is that, what album. When I was on 88.9, when I used to do a show called The X Factor, when I would play that in the morning, oh, it's gonna be a different show. Especially if I started with it, like, wake up, niggas. You about to get it. We're gonna get into some other shit, but I just love that record. I could hear it over and over again. I never get tired of it. On the hip hop side, I got Jay-Z, Politics as Usual. When Reasonable Doubt came out, you kind of looking for the features, you looking for the boom bap, the rough shit, the Brooklyn shit. But I was like, something about this record is like some grown man hip hop. Like that beat, the way he flowing over that shit. It is the number one song on that album that when I hit it, I gotta run that back like a couple of times. Cause it's just so fresh and fly and sophisticated in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? Which were like words I would never put with hip hop at one point.
Right.
But that song just does it for me. So yeah, that's my hip hop joint.
That's dope. That's dope. Gerald, what you got, bro?
My R&B one, I'm gonna go with I Was Made to Love Her, Stevie. There. I love because James Jamerson on the bass, Benny Benjamin on the drums, who else? Eddie Willis on the guitar, the dancing, just everything about that, just the bass. Oh God, James Jamerson, one of the best bass players ever. It's just that song, and then the way Stevie just gliding on it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you said, Kill, the way if you starting the song off right, and the way that comes in, and then Stevie comes in with his harmonica, and then he sings. So it's just it gets you right there, and you just want to play that joint over and over again.
Yo, you know what I hate about YouTube? That you can't play other people's music. Because this is what I mean. Even when we do the live Apartment 5Bs, like I now want to hear it. Like I want to hear the song now. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, you 100% right with that Stevie joint.
They threw me with Golden Lady because I mean it wasn't even like a big Stevie record. That's an album cut.
It'd be those joints though on the Stevie albums though. He got the singles, but if you dive, you'll be like, the fuck. Like he has joints for days, and it don't be on the album cuts. It'd be the joints in the bag.
And then my hip hop one is Uptown Anthem. So anytime that I need that, like every Friday or every Thursday, because that's kind of my Friday. and I'm going to work, that is the first song I'm starting with because it gets me hyped. You know what I'm saying? Just and then it's just like, yeah, and then what you got to come in, and it's just that song is just so hard. You know what I'm saying? So that I can play that over and over again, and I do on Thursdays. I play because, like I said, my ride's like 20 minutes. I'm playing that
every Thursday.
Every Thursday. So it's getting me hyped because I'm like, yo, this is my Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and then now with spring, I'm rolling down my windows like, fuck y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm that drink coming out my apartment. Like, that's me.
You know what? We got to make a list. We got to do a show on our top 5 fuck you songs. So.
Yeah. And I'm at the light. So, you know, it's early in the morning. So, you know, motherfuckers in their car, like, trying to get the fuck up. I'm like, motherfuckers, like, what? Like, it's getting me hyped. And they looking at me like, what the fuck wrong with him? I'm like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, this song I can play over and over again. I do on Thursday. So, that's my record.
All right, no doubt. Rell, what you got up next, bro?
All right, so for hip hop, I'll do another 3. And all 3 of these like is where like the artist just glided on the beat real crazy. So I got Incarcerated Scarfaces, Raekwon, like it's another song where the beat, the verses, the hook, the flow, it's perfect. Everything is just in line, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's another album. I remember getting that album and getting stuck right there for a minute. Like, just keep playing that shit over and over and over again. And I can't really explain it, but like that type of, like my older cousins, like they wasn't heavy in the woo like that. They were, but that song though, like connected with them. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Because they're a little older than me, so they come from the, you know what I'm saying, the era of the real boom bap era, you know what I'm saying? So like listening to that kind of resonated with them real heavy, you know what I'm saying? And you know, as a young bull, you always want to like you look up to your older cousins or your older siblings. You always want to have something that y'all could, you know, y'all relate to them and y'all could both relate to, you know what I'm saying? So that one, and then I have the Concerto of a Desperado. And I want to tell people that the Black Thought fans, the new ones, like y'all talk about potables. Listen to his verses on that joint.
It's the hip hop purists that gets you lost like a tourist, man. Listen, man. I'm telling you, to me, that's prime thought right there to me. That is prime thought right there, man.
Treat them seeds like the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, leaving you niggas open like the box of Pandora with style that's newer than the order. Yo.
3/4 of y'all straight water. I straight support you, man. Thought was, man.
Bruh.
I still think that's the best album.
I still think that's
it is. To me, it is. It is.
To me too. And it was the out. Like I went through similar stuff that you talk about, Kill. Like getting your New York friends to like like the Roots. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Clones came out, and then that song, like it was like, all right, yeah, they may be. You know what I'm saying? That may be official. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I got Taken in Blood, Nas, Flawless. Flawless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flawless. All 3 verses, flawless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another I played. That's on my list of being played like a million times. You know what I'm saying? As a huge Nas fan, like that's one of my favorite Nas songs, and I like he flowed on that. Like, it made me think something wrong with him. Like, how you rap like that with that song? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, here's a wild thing. A boy told me last week, he was like, "Yo, all the beats on It Was Written was trash, except for I Gave You Power." So I'm like, you know, bro, you bugging. I don't know what's going on. Enough people on my timeline, I guess, was killing him. He's like, you know what? Let me go back and re-listen. Came back the next day like, y'all was right. I was wrong. You know what I mean? And I like that about people on Twitter. I like that, you know, because that's what it should be like. That's what a community should be like. Like, yo, that shit was trash. Yo, go back and re-listen. Come back the next day like, yo, the right. Y'all was right. I was wrong. You know what I mean? Right. I will die on the hill that people don't like that album because it says produced by
Trackmaster.
Yeah, that is what it all comes down to. If that album with the same beats said produced by Primo, Q-Tip, LES, Havoc, RZA, Dre, same beats, same everything, the album will be a 5 mic classic. And here's something. I want to talk about this real quick. We're going to put a pin in this real quick because I want to know what y'all think about this. I realized, so Ace Trumpets, start talking about that. The beat is not crazy. I mean, the beat is dope. Don't get it twisted. But this to me is not grinding. I'm not like, oh shit, how did Pharrell make that beat? It's a dope beat. But here's the thing. I realized that a lot of times I want people to get with certain producers. You know what I mean? So if this Clips album, this is kind of the flip about what I said with the Trackmasters. If this Clips album came out, I just think it's something about the Clips and Pharrell. They just clicked. You know what I mean? If this album came out and everybody gave it 5 mics, but it was produced by me, I don't think people would give it 5 mics. Because I think deep down inside, people want Clips and Pharrell. They want this reunion. They want Timbaland and Genuine, or Timbaland and Aaliyah, or Janet and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, like in our minds. And I think that sometimes fucks us up, which I think it did to a lot of people when it was written on the back end, because people don't know fucking your favorite G-Rap song, the Trackmasters probably did. Because almost everybody I know loves Ill Street Blues. And I'm like, y'all do know Trackmasters did that shit. So before the shiny suit shit, they was making boom bap. You know what I mean? So it's just weird because I even find myself in that. Like, it's like kind of, I think we was talking about the Wu-Tang album that just dropped and that came and went. And I think it was produced by Mathematics. And we was like, can you have a Wu-Tang album that's not produced by RZA? Like, I think that's what we all want. If that same album that was produced by Mathematics said produced by RZA, I think it would have just had more legs, because that's essentially. So do we really just want good music, or do we want the reunion, or do we kind of want both? You know what I mean? What you think, Vag?
I think I don't care about reunions unless they're meaningful and everybody's on board. Like I said before, with RZA, we got RZA albums with the Wu, and them beats were trash. And niggas just sweep that shit under the rug like it never happened, but you were getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's RZA in the beats. And it's mainly because RZA, he doesn't want to retread nothing. Like, he looks at it like, I'm going forward. I'm only into shit that's evolution of the sound, which we all know that stopped with Wu-Tang Forever. But at the end of the day, I kind of just want dope music, man. Like, if it's not working out with RZA and he's saying stuff like that even now, then yeah, man, I don't want you on the boards. If we could go in the past and get younger you, I want him on the boards. So yeah, that was one of the things that, to me, when I heard the Clips joint, I was like, damn, Pharrell. I like Pharrell's version of boom bap because it's very different, but it still gives you that feel. And I was just glad that, they decided to do it that way. So I'm just happy with whatever we get, as long as it's dope. So
right. No, I feel. I think sometimes I mean, like I said, I know I get caught up in that. Like, okay, like I want a Pete and CL album. I don't want a CL solo album. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then because even here's the funny part, because we always, even the people who are still like, man, fuck Nas and Hit Boy, I want Nas and Primo, and I'm like, no. Like, no, I'm good. Like, we can pass on that. But like, you're just stuck. But then I realized I'm not stuck in that way, but I am stuck in the ways of I want those reunions. And there's just a lot of times, like, I think CL could come out with a dope album, but I feel like people would rank it even higher if it said produced by Pete Rock. Like, if you heard the album and you liked it and you gave it a 4, produced by Kill, I think if it said produced by Pete Rock and it was a Pete Rock and CL Smooth, their third album that we've been waiting 30 years for, it would raise up a mic just based off, not the beats, not the rhymes, but just based off of the name alone, that this is where the name is. Next up, I got, where did I leave off? Jay, so much. I'm gonna just say All Reasonable Doubt, American Dreamin'. I love that song. Lucifer, Song Cry, Streets is Watching. I can listen to that on repeat. Kwame's Only You. I can't tell you how many times I listened to Only You on repeat. I was probably in 11th grade. My brother out of Brooklyn, Mafre Guzanu, BK Accent. He's got this song called BK Accent with Skyzoo. That's actually how I got on the Mav. Crazy. I listened to that a million times. He got this joint called Gotta Love It. Main Source, Faking the Funk and Just Hanging Out. I have listened to Just Hanging Out. I think that's my favorite Large Pro beat ever. I listen to it constantly. Faking the Funk was crazy. NWA's Real Niggas Don't Die. This is the first song on Niggas for Life. I personally think it's a top 5 Dre beat ever. Everything that he has going on in that song, at the same as the producer and me talking, understanding how much shit he got in that song, it's amazing. The next NWA song is I'd Rather Fuck You. Let me explain.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I had never heard anything like this when this came out. There was no hip hop like this. I'm looking at the back of the album cover and I'm like, I'd rather fuck you. Like, you could, number one, you could say that. For people watching, I get it. In 2025, this is nothing. Go back to 1991 with C. Dolores Tucker and parental advisory stickers, and there's a song called I'd Rather Fuck You, and the whole song is just Eazy-E singing about fucking you. Like, there's no bars. No. It's just Eazy-E, but the 808 in it was so heavy. I had just got my license, so now I'm driving, and it was just like, I can't tell you how many times. And keep in mind, like I always tell people watching, my mother's a jazz musician, so I didn't grow up with a lot of Bootsy Collins in the house, so I didn't know what the sample was. I didn't know, you know. So then when I finally hear Bootsy's verse, I'm like, oh shit, this is easy. But I can't tell you how many times I played that. Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap, Rap Niggas Grinding All My Life and Hustle and Motivate. And this was before Nip died. This is before he died. So this isn't one of those, oh, he died and I miss him and I'm going to play his song. I loved Rap Niggas from the second I saw the video. I was like, this is crazy. Grinding All My Life was crazy. Hustle and Motivate, Victory Lap, all them joints was crazy to me. So always stayed on repeat. On the R&B side, Brand New Heavies, I Don't Know Why I Love You.
I don't know why. Yes, sir.
Yeah, dope.
I think India Davenport has one of the most beautiful voices ever.
Yeah.
I didn't say she was the greatest singer. Me and T always talk about this. There are some people who just have beautiful voices. I'm not saying you're the most amazing singer, but your voice, India Davenport, has that. And her doing that, if people don't know what I'm talking about, it was in I Think I Love My Wife with the Chris Rock movie. I think it sets the movie off. Amazing song. Drew Hill's Everything. I've listened to that on repeat for hours. I love that song. Earth, Wind and Fires, I'll Write a Song for You. Not a real popular joint. Not a real popular song that people know about.
I am. We talked about that.
I'll Write a Song for You. Man, It's Getting Late by Flowetry, but the live version.
Live version. Thank you, sir.
The live version.
Yes.
People bug out with this. George Michael's father figure. In 7th grade, I can't tell you how many times I played Father Figure back to back to back. I mean, it was, and again, it was about a chick. This chick liked George Michael. I was like, yo, I gotta look like George Michael to like you, so we're gonna have something to talk about. So it always goes back to a chick, but I fell in love with the song. Genuine So Anxious. I really can't tell you how many times I played So Anxious. That's stupid. And Hall of Notes can't go for that. That's just stupid. And it's probably one of the reasons why I played De La Say No Go so much, because I love that song. Rack, give me some more, bro. What you got?
All right. You took my Hall of Notes, so I'm going to take that one off. I got one for you, man. I'm going to throw some left field joints in here, man. Mr. Officer Eric Roberson. When you're raising a young black child in today's society, male black child, man, this song speaks volumes to me. And you know, my son is going through nothing crazy right now, but he's 20, and he is learning how to be his own man, you know, in this quote unquote black metropolis, right? So I sat with him one day, man, and I let him hear this. And my son is a creative, and we let this shit play for hours. He had never heard it, and he has it in his playlist along with all the other crazy shit he listens to. But that is a song for me and him for when I am trying to explain things to him and to get him to understand. And I'm not going to always be 10 feet from you. And I need you to move appropriately because everybody don't think like, you know, the circle that I've put you around. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we talk about music as far as like us, but when we're raising other human beings, these songs are extensions of the ideas that we trying to, you know, get to these young folk. And for me and my son,
y'all see Rell trying to come for the collection plate. He trying to come for the top.
Nah.
This nigga ain't been on for this nigga ain't been on for 6 months. He talking about raising other human beings. This nigga just want the tithes and offerings.
Nah, man. Life has been life in this state, and
you ain't gotta explain shit to me, bro. I get
it. This song when I was going through the list, like we had just had this conversation again, and we were sitting down just chilling, and I put it on, and he was like, "Yeah, this is one of the moments we need to listen to this." So I had to put this on there. It was either going to be that or a Stevie Wonder song I played for him as a baby that would put him to sleep, but I chose this one. You know what? I'm gonna go with another left field song. Hold On, K Tronada, and Dawn Richard. It's off the Timeless album.
Listen!
I never heard that. What's the name of it?
It's called Hold On, or Hold Tight, however you want to frame it, right? But as a DJ, I gotta listen to everything. And I'm a house head. You come on the Twitch, I might be in a house set, right? But K Tronada is a very good blend of hip hop, house, R&B, and just overall good music. I got put on to him probably about 08, 09. And this guy, man, he'll go and tour the world and then just come out with an album of people you ain't heard from in fucking eons. And when this album dropped, it was after what did he drop in 2019 or 2020, JR? That was the big album. Timeless was not as big. But this album it's a banger. You just got to hear it. And it's Dawn Richard from Danity Kane. Ain't nobody looking for her. But when you hear it, you like, yo, this shit is fire. It's a banger. It's a straight up banger. Yes, it's a straight banger. So you just got to play it and do your own, you know, interpretation of it. I'll give you one more. Motion, West Side Weeby. Young boy from the West Coast. West Side Weeby. Listen. He a young boy from the West Coast. And the song is short.
What's it called again?
What's it called?
Motion. It's all. Listen, if you know, you fucking know. It's one of those songs like, ooh, he's spitting. And I heard it, and it was like, the hell? Who this little motherfucker? And I went and I started looking. I found that, and I was like, oh, okay. Like if I didn't know, my bad. It's one of those joints. Like it will make you dig into his catalog because it's like a perfect marriage of the first time you hear somebody like, the fuck, they ain't supposed to spit like this from the West Coast. The only person I know like this is Corrupt. Nah,
right.
The young boy spitting, and he does not have bad beat syndrome.
All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna tap into him.
Tap in the motion first, and then let me know what you think.
All right, no doubt. Veg, I'm gonna come to you, but I want to say something real quick. Again, I just want people, especially the young boys who watch this show, to understand that we were growing up with hip hop. You know what I mean? I remember a time where there was no hip hop on the radio, where there was it wasn't there. You know what I mean? So I want people to really understand, like when NWA came out with Straight Outta Compton, a crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube, and we talk about you could do that. Because I'm sure there's somebody watch like, why does Kill keep saying you could do whatever the fuck you want? No, I just saw something today where a kid slapped the shit out of his teacher, kept talking shit, and was like, "You think I won't slap the shit out of you again?" And slapped the shit out of him again. Like, so I get this generation being like, just do whatever the fuck you want to do. We didn't grow up in that time. We did. Yo, if you would have slapped a teacher in 1988, nigga, you may have, they may have given you the fucking electric chair. Like, that shit just was not you just couldn't slap teachers and just fucking, nigga, you was expelled. You was probably sent to the worst school in the city. Your pop whipped your ass, even if you ain't know who your pop was. He was gonna find you. He was gonna whip your ass. Your mama was it wasn't even worth slapping your teacher. So we did grow up in an era where it was like, you could do that. Like, you could talk. We didn't even talk back to our teachers, let alone even try to stand up and buck on it. So you got to understand, for this generation, I get it. Like a song, like I said, a song called I'd Rather Fuck You. You probably heard 20 of those on your way to school. But in our day, it is like, yo, I didn't know that as a hip hop artist, you could make a song called I'd Rather Fuck You and sing it. Eazy-E don't have no auto-tune on that song. He's singing off key. He just
hey, Kill, that's why I laughed. I had the same reaction when I was like, and I'm younger than you. So when I heard that, I said,
right. Like, this is like some old, this generation will never understand the Red Foxes, in the Millie Jackson comedy out. Like, they won't understand it because it was so taboo. Like, I remember being in Brooklyn. Bro, I was just about to say, being in Brooklyn and my older cousin having to play Eddie Murphy's Boogie in Your Butt. And I know somebody watching is like, Boogie in Your Butt, pause. Like, no, nigga, like, this was just an Eddie Murphy song. So I just wanted to reiterate, y'all got to understand that, like, where y'all are at right now, we weren't there 30 years ago. You know what I mean? And you would be like, oh, shit, I never thought about, like, maybe about 10, I don't even know. But it just became this thing where we didn't need 8 bar, 16 a hook, 16 in a hook. Niggas just decided, you know what? I'm just rapping 130 bars. You didn't do that shit back in the day. You know what I mean? You followed the rules of like, okay, this is what it is. Where's your 16? Where's your nigga came in with a 32? You like, yo, you fucking up my session, my nigga. Like, I got this track for. So again, when we say we didn't know you could do it, that's what you mean. Because I know, because I work with teens, and when I say that, they be like, oh, stop with that shit, Kill. Like, you ain't know you could do that. Nigga, we didn't know. Okay? There once was a time when people didn't know. Let me shut up. Vay, what you got next, man? I was about to take it somewhere else, so let me just be quiet and just bring it on. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back.
I'm gonna do three joints. Mary J. Blige, My Love, off the What's the 411 album.
Yeah,
you talk. It's just one of those records. When I bought that album, I connected to it easily. It's just the way Mary's singing on that joint, the way the music sounds. I can listen to it over and over again, and a lot of it wasn't even me trying to learn the lyrics. It was more so I like it so much, I just keep playing it. So when I'm singing that record, no, I mean every fucking word that I'm singing. Like, it's not like, oh, he likes that. No, motherfucker, I'm going through something right now. This is what I'm doing.
I was gonna ask, was it a breakup when that song happened or anything?
Nah, man, I just love music. Okay. So that's why I love Michael Jackson. He put a lot of emotion into his music and make you believe that, he's going through the things he's singing about. So I think Mary, that was one of her superpowers. Like, she meant that shit, regardless if she was going through things. It was conveyed when I heard her music. So,
and the funny thing, Greg, that you talk about the emotion is, I think that's why you'll hear people say, man, we need Mary to be sad. She make her best music when she's sad. So even like you said, even if she wasn't going through something, just the fact that she could convey it, to even make us think, oh, we don't like Happy Mary. Like, we don't like Lil Luther. We like Big Luther. Like, we don't like Happy Mary. We like Sad Mary. Like, we as black folk, we have said, like, no, we don't want no Little Luther. Luther, come back and gain some weight again, brother. You know what I mean? So, but like you said, even if because that's off with the 411. I don't even know if Mary was going through no heartbreak yet, but it sounded like it, like you said. She was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Now I was gonna say who she? There's some old boy like this.
No, the dude Little Sean. That's from the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lil Sean was fucking married?
Yes. They were in a relationship.
I ain't know, nigga. I'm sorry. JR looked at me like nigga.
I just I didn't go hard. I did not go hard. No,
it's the tone of face with you. It's the tone of face with you. JR just looked down at you like, nigga. Like, come on, kill. Like, I had no idea Little Sean and Mary was banging.
A lot of people don't know that because Little Sean.
I had no idea.
Yeah, you don't be running around talking about
snap.
that.
Yeah. I had no idea. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
See, this is why we watch. This is why you should watch Apartment 5B. You learn something every day.
Yeah, because Dave Hall and what's his name did it. Dude from Intro.
Kenny Green.
Yes, Kenny Green. Thank you.
Kenny Green.
But he did it, and they said when they gave her this record, Mary was just like, "This fuck nigga," and like she was going off. And so her getting into the booth, she ain't write the shit, but you felt like she did because it was like you felt her on the record. So yeah. Yeah,
so maybe we do need sad Mary. Sad to say, maybe we do.
Or emotional Mary.
Because when you thought the album that she was happy, she wasn't. Because Ken Do was doing bullshit.
But you know the funny thing is that but if you make it happy music, see, I think with Mary is like Vegas said. Mary is one of those singers that people relate to. It's not like we just like you. Like, right. I don't think people relate to Janet Jackson. We like the songs, they're bangers and all that, but we don't relate to you. Mary was like, when she but sung that Not Gonna Cry, I remember women of an older age that being their anthem. That was an anthem for people. Yeah. You know, we just got finished talking about my life and being introspective. Like, I don't listen to fucking Rhythm Nation and sit back and think about how I'm gonna save the world. Like, it's nothing introspective about listening to Rhythm Nation. What's wrong with you? Yeah, like I'm not, but I love it. Love it. We'll dance to it all fucking day. We'll lose 20 calories to it.
But go ahead.
I'll burn 200 calories to Rhythm Nation, but I think that's what it is. So when Mary makes happy music, we assume you're happy. When you make sad music, we assume you're sad.
Her transition on her being quote unquote happy, it was like, oh, that's what did it. You know what I mean? Because if you after like you listen to a lot of these albums and you be like, nah, and she would tell you now, she was like, y'all, I was sad as shit. But again, the image of it all was I'm happy, I'm married, I'm in this great relationship, but in reality, she wasn't.
And even that is just the songs. It's just the songs. You know what I mean? So even if you ain't saying it in an interview, it's almost like we feel your pain through your music. So if you're making club bangers and you know what's the shit, the one that Dre did, the disco, what is it?
Hateration shit.
Hateration, yeah. Family Affair. You listen to Family Affair, I think you happy. I'm not thinking this chick depressed. You know what I mean? So, what's up, bro?
I hate that song, bro.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. But
I hate that song too. I hate it.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree. My bad, Vague. What was your other one after Mary?
No problem. Jay Dilla, So Far to Go, featuring Compton, D'Angelo. Even with the beat playing out at the end, I just let it rock. Yeah, and then I started over. It's just a perfect combination of talent, sounds. Like I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. It's just that when I heard it on that album, the Shining album, I just loved it a lot. And I was like, I don't know what it is about this. Like, obviously, I'm a big D'Angelo fan. But at the same time, it's just a perfect pairing to the point where I can listen to it over and over again. So.
It's funny, Vague. I was going to say that, John, but I was going to say the original beat. And I thought it was on Donuts, but I'm bugging. It's not. Like, I had a couple of Dilla beat tapes laying around back in the day, and it was that. But the first time I heard the beat for that, I just remember being at my man Lunchbox's house and just being like, yo, it was me and my man Mills, and we was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what he did to that Osley, bro, it was literally like, and Rell, Rack, that's what I was talking about earlier. I don't have those what the fuck moments no more. To be like, let me go in the lab and I gotta try to reconstruct whatever what the fuck. Like, I don't have those moments because niggas is just looping up shit. Niggas ain't even putting drums. So the intrigue of, oh damn, where them drums from? Or where that chop from? Or where's that vote? I don't have that anymore. It's just it's bad. But yeah, Veg, I was gonna say that instrumental because that shit is crazy. And then what D and Common did to it, like you said, was just perfect. You know what I mean? So
it was a perfect pairing. All right, one more. I know I had to put Michael Jackson on here. Michael Jackson, I can't help it. Man, like
he going.
There was a time.
Ain't nothing to say.
Yeah, I was like, there was a time where I was like, because I didn't have the album when it came out, shit like that. So you hearing it on like WBLS or whatever, and I remember I was just like, man, what the fuck song is that? Because I need that. Like that shit just sounds beautiful. Like everything about it just sounds so excellent. And again, like we said with Mary J. Blige, it's just one of those things where he just knew how to convey different emotions, whether he was going through it or not. And on that record, he's just floating on that fucking record. Like to me, that's more prime Mike than anything when it comes to him singing. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I love that record. I could hear it over and over again and never get sick of it. My wife might get sick of it, but when she go to change it, I'm like, hey, what you doing? 20 times. That's what I said. 20 times. We on 10. So
like sit back, you still got 10 more times, sweetheart. Just call it a day. Yeah, that shit crazy. JR, what you got up next, bro?
I'm gonna stick with Mike. I'm gonna stick with the same album, but I'm gonna do an album cut. This joint is Get on the Floor. This is, oh my God, that joint, the way, this is the first time like me hearing somebody actually stack. And if you're listening to Mike stacking, it's crazy. Like, even though they kind of give it sister and they get Brandy doing it, but listen to his harmonies on this background of Get on the Floor. Because it's track number 4 on Off the Wall. So this joint is crazy. Didn't have the Brothers Johnson on it because Lewis Johnson he created the bass of it and all that, and then Quincy obviously produced it. But it's like, if I need a record like to kind of like perk me up a little bit, I'm like, all right, I want to listen to Mike, and I'm going to Get on the Floor. Because I would go to I Can't Help It, because that is my favorite Mike record, for real. And I'm glad that Stevie gave that to Mike, because it was supposed to be on the Songs of the Key of Life. But Mike heard that shit, was like, no, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? And Steve was like, all right, go ahead, you can have it. I'll put ads on my album instead.
Yo, I would pay money to see that conversation or that studio session. Yeah. Like, I really want to see Mike telling a blind man, like, nah, nigga, give me that shit. Like, it's just, I need to see that happening in real time. Like, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm too polite to a blind person. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's yours because you blind. Nigga, I'm not taking shit else.
Nah, man, that's how Stink Meter got to be Stink Meter. No.
You said that's how who?
Stink Meter got to be Stink Meter. Nah, fuck that. Blind motherfuckers can get it too. Fuck that shit. Blind motherfuckers can get it too. I'm just saying.
Yo, remind me never to bring you to Gallaudet down here in DC. Gallaudet is a school for the deaf. It's a school for the deaf.
Oh, look, I'm good in every hood, man. I'm just saying, man.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm not bringing you around no deaf people. Then, if blind people can get it, deaf people could really get fucked up. Then, so I'm not
a nice
bringing
guy,
you,
man. I'm just saying,
down
man.
here.
Just because you impaired, don't mean you can just disrespect somebody.
Yeah, true.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree. Because I do feel like old people be trying that shit. I feel like old people be getting in front of you in line. It's like, lady, because you 92, don't mean you could just cut in front of me. Like, and niggas ain't gonna say nothing, you know. So I understand. It's so funny. One of my barbers was over by Gallaudet. I got lost. I was asking somebody. I forgot where I was at, and I'm like, "Yo, where's the street?" The person was I was like, "Fuck, y'all deaf. My bad." Because then I'll be feeling like bad because I can't talk back to you. And I know I don't need to feel bad because it's not my job. What else you got, JR? I'm just digging a bit.
I'm just talking the way.
I'm just digging a bigger hole for me. That's why I'm like, let me just stop. But what I'm trying to say is good. Like, I feel bad if I can't talk your language. Like, when I go to Cancun, I'll be wanting to take a little Spanish so I feel like it's disrespectful because it's like, don't we say that? Like, yo, if you're going to be in our country, learn our language. So I feel bad. So it's not bad about deaf people. I feel bad. I don't know how to sign when I'm around y'all. So it wasn't nothing disrespectful. I just don't know how to say it the right way. So it sounded disrespectful. But finish what you were saying, JR.
All right. So no, I'll go with that. Another one, my other one is I'm going to stay on my R&B with this one. I'm going to go with We're a Winner by the Impressions.
Okay.
I'm going with that. And Reg, I'm going your way because this is the way that my mother would talk to me when I was 5, when she had that conversation like, you black in this world, like, this is what it is. And she knew that she can convey it through music with me. So I will never forget her playing We're a Winner, and she's telling me, yo, you can win out here. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not that. You know what I mean? So now when I listen to it, it gives me that like inspiration. Like when my mom gave me at 5, like, yo, you a winner out here. You know what I'm saying? You keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just because of your skin color, she always be like, you can beat them with this. Beat him with this. This is what she will always tell me. So We're a Winner. You can play that joint, and just the way it comes in, dun, 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 like I love it. I'm gonna play that joint.
Like playing Young Gifted and Black for my daughter.
Yeah, my neighbor about to get it. They about to get it. And this song, I'm going a little left, but it's not left, but I'm gonna say "Addictive Love" by BB and CeCe Winans.
Okay, I don't know that joint like that.
Yes, you do.
Addictive
yes,
Love.
you do. Kid.
I do.
You know, if you hear it, you will know it. You will know exactly what it is.
The one that was always on the radio.
Yes.
My wife
okay.
does that.
Yeah.
I found you addictive love like that.
I was about to say, if we get a quartet going up here again, man, because y'all know how it be when Trey and Grap and fucking Vern get on here, they be thinking,
Jan is lonely, yes.
That shit was funny as hell.
And JR too, right along with them, all 4 of y'all.
I didn't believe Rap. I mean, I could not believe that Grap was gonna come in and do what he did.
Oh, right. People,
and all of that.
It's like Fame said, rappers want to be actors. Everybody want to do what everybody else want to do. So niggas love hip hop, but we really want to be R&B singers. You know what I mean?
And my last one for this round will be "Inner City Blues" by Marvin Gaye. I can play that. Just the musicality of the song to me, and it's just like he's in a 71 Pontiac, just riding the mainstream through the hood, just to say this is what we're going through, y'all. Like, this is what it is, and it's relevant today. So you can play this joint, and I just like the ending when it's just the music. He's not saying anything, and it's just riding. So that, to me, it just puts me in a state. Like, even when I'm coming home from work and I'm just riding to that joint and it actually shuffles through, I'll be like, damn, this sounds so good, and I play it again. So Inner City Blues, Marvin Gaye.
That's it. Bro, what you got next, bro?
All right, I got a few. I'm going to go Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
I hate you, Rell.
One of the greatest songs ever made.
Yes, perfect.
Any genre.
Period.
Love that song. Just a classic.
Next time you come to the crib, bro, remind me to play it for you. I got the Pro Tools sessions for that song. So it sounds
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I gotta talk to you off air, Kel.
That's
all right.
That's okay. Yeah, I definitely need to hear that. Ask of You, Raphael Sadiq. JR knows about this one. I was on a show about this song as well. And
you pulling out all the shits, like
people that know me are sick of this song as well, because I'm gonna play this a million times. And Why Don't We Fall in Love, A. Marie. Great song especially for the
For
summer.
the summer.
Oh my god,
That's right.
That video was perfect. That video
Perfect
was
Yes, it
video.
was.
Yeah, man, and it puts you.
You know what, Rell? That's next week's lead off for the radio show. Let me write that.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Put you in the right mood, man. Put you in the right
Yes.
mood. I'm gonna go for some hip hop. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Ice Cube. You know how we do it.
Yeah.
Both versions. He floated on that song. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make it. Kiss and Styles.
That was one of mine.
Perfect beat, flow, going back and forth. Killed it. Classic. And
real quick, stay there for 1 sec. The thing I love about that is it goes to show how you could give two people the same beat
I know where you're going.
and two people do two totally different things to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Razzcast to me is a top tier MC. You know what I mean? At this time, some people would have said maybe Razzcast was even better than Styles. Like the whole Styles P is dope. He's the dopest in the locks. That wasn't the thought process when they came out. It was Kiss
Right.
and them other two niggas. You know, now after Styles P started doing his solo stuff, then it became, oh, this nigga Styles is nice too type thing. But at that time, Razzcast may have been the bigger name and a bigger lyricist. And the song that he did was forgettable. Like, just keeping it a buck. It was forgettable. Where Styles and Kiss, they made an anthem. That's a solidified anthem. When you hear that, again with the intro, fuck that, before the beat even dropped. People already know what's coming. Like they waiting for it. That's just a testament of how like people can get the same beat. So a lot of times really not just about the beat, because that Razzcast song is okay. Truth be told, this is a great thing. Tell me this, y'all, because everybody has heard the Razzcast joint. If that Styles and Kiss joint never comes out, is that beat one of Alchemist's best beats? Because of We Gonna Make It, people are like, yo, that's a top 5 Alchemist beat, maybe his greatest beat ever. But if Kiss joint comes out and the Styles and Kiss joint don't never drop, is it still a what you think, Rap?
It becomes an 8 Mile joint. Here's what I mean by that. Certain cats for the freestyles only hear certain types of joints when you listen to those beats. We hear the originals. But certain individuals only hear that shit from 8 Mile. It becomes a freestyle beat. Because somebody's gonna pick it up and murder that motherfucker and be like, yo, what's this? And the next thing you know, that bitch gonna start circulating. Case in point, bitches ain't shit. The remix. How many mixtapes have you heard? How many mixtapes have you heard people rap over on that shit? And you forget that's the remix. It becomes one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you think, Ralph?
I think it's like, cause I'm a huge Razzcast fan, and it's just like a lot of people probably don't even hear it, to be honest. And it shows like song making is important, because the Razzcast joint, his hook was similar, like trying to catch that break. So his was home, sweet home, you know what I'm saying? But making a song is just so different than just being nice as an MC, you know what I'm saying? And he had some quotables, he was spitting, but like you said, it's a good song, but it's forgettable. Kiss and Styles, they were so clever, and they were saying like outlandish shit, gotta use the scale out their way to Wells with. My bathroom lift up, my walls do a 360, but it was just so like, it just
effortless,
so perfectly, and it was just like in a pocket, and that just goes to show like, and if I was, it is not a knock on Razzcast, it's just some people are better song makers than others, you know what I'm saying? He's an incredible MC, but that beat, so to answer your question, a lot of people might have missed that beat, and it might have wound up being one of those beats that you catch somebody freestyling on, you like, damn, where the fuck that come from? They're like, yo, that's Alchemist that did that shit on rap. You know what I'm saying? It probably would wind up like that.
Yeah, because what you think, Veg? You think it's still a top 5 Alchemist beat?
I think to like heads, it probably might be because of what you said about Razkaz. That's already going to bring a lot of attention to the beat, and then you're like, oh, Alchemist did this with Mobb Deep. So I think, but I don't think it would have been equivalent to what Styles and Jadakiss did with it, because even though they wanted off of Bad Boy, they had a way bigger point of view as far as fans go. Like, they had other fans that would look at them versus not even knowing who Razkaz is. So I think they helped to elevate it in a lot of ways. Yeah. And I don't know, I don't feel like it, because I was doing Strictly Hip Hop when that came out, and I think I didn't even know there was 2. I just knew like, yo, we playing that Styles P and Jadakiss shit, and then Ak was like, yo, the Razkaz one, and I ain't gonna front when he said it. You know, I'm not the most boom bappist of the boom bappers. I'm like, we ain't playing that shit, but I played it because I was curious for like what you were saying. Like, I wonder if people feel like this is just as dope or whatever, and it was dope what Razkaz did, but it was just different with Styles and Kiss.
I can say this. I haven't heard that Razkaz song since it came out. I can tell you this.
Me too.
I can tell you this. I will listen to fucking We Gonna Make It 1,000,000 times in a week. So
I do. I already do.
But I just wanted to use that like to show people watching, like, same beat, 2 incredible MCs, but who's gonna make the bigger song? I used to say this about the Roots. If you told the Roots and Outkast, yo, go make a song about dealing with your baby's mama, Outkast gonna give you a smash like Miss Jackson. The Roots are gonna be so deep and introspective, we ain't gonna know what the fuck the song is about. You know what I mean? So it's like it's you could give people the same topics, but it's about what you do with it. Well, I saw something on Instagram. Some white boy was like somewhere doing some marine shit, and he was like, "I got a scale that you weigh the wells with. Let's look at it like what Jay was talking about."
I seen that.
Like, this is what you're talking about. This is 20 years later. Somebody talking about, yo, I got the scale that they weigh the wells with. How many times have we said, he be all right, though? You know, dead rappers get better promotion. Like, he be all right, though. Like, again, 2 incredibly dope MCs. But, I mean, yo, facts are facts, man. This ain't even about opinions at this time, man. So, my bad, bro. And I know you had another one, but I had to talk about that real quick. What else you got?
And another one would be Jay-Z, The Evils.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of the songs that's, I mean, to me, Reasonable Doubt's a 5 mic classic for me. And The Evils is one that's stuck out, and I just think his verses on there was like crazy, especially that last verse. That he ended like, even if Jehovah Witness, will he ever testify? Like he went crazy on there. Like, I could listen to that. I listen to that album honestly, back to back to back. I could listen to that album like that, to be honest. But that song, that's my favorite song on that album, and I run that back when I play it. And that's what a lot of these songs, I don't play them just once. You know what I'm saying? It's getting repeated, starting right back over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with The Eagles.
All right, but last things I got up, I got Prime's You Lose. If people remember when Prime first was talking about coming out, they put out the little snippet video, and it was just like, I remember just watching that video over and over and over again, because I was like, yo, this shit's crazy. You know, Primo and Royce, this is something I've been waiting for a year since I heard Boom back in 2000. It was like, yo, I've been waiting for these two to make an album, and they a group. So that was that. Now the rest of these albums, Big's Life After Death, I can't tell you how many times I played that album, just continuously, just over. I saw it with 50, but it's different. I'd never seen an album. Y'all will remember Circuit City. A lot of younger people won't. But you would go to Circuit City, and the way it was, at least in Philly, I don't know in other places, you would pay for it, but then you'd have to like go down to the basement, which is like the warehouse, to go pick up what you ordered. I forgot what I ordered, but I'm in the, like, Life After Death just dropped. Like, it's Tuesday. It just dropped. And dead ass, the people in the warehouse was rhyming with it already. Like, I'm like, yo, every car, it was everywhere. And I get the 50 with the Get Rich or Die Trying. That's probably even bigger because social media. But I had just seen it like, yo, everybody playing it everywhere at the same. It was crazy. Kicking the Door. I can't tell you how many times I played that. Notorious Thugs. I can't tell you how many times I played that. It was just. And here's the funny part about Notorious Thugs. I've never heard anything after Big to this day. I have never heard Bone Thugs part. Never heard.
Wow.
It would be killed though.
It would be. It would be.
I wasn't. Here's the problem. I never was I'm starting to like Bone Thugs now. When they first came out, when I heard the Thuggish Rugged, I was like, it should sound like devil worshiper music. I don't fuck with Satanists. Y'all keep that shit over there. Like that chick with this, the Thuggish Rugged. I was like, you were trying to fucking bring up some demons, nigga. Dead ass, like all my life. I was like, there's some devil worshippers. Stay the fuck over there. No! So I did not fuck with Bone Thugs. So when I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, oh, why he got songs fucking Bones? This is gonna be whack. So I hit play and I'm like, I'm like, oh, this be kind of crazy. And then when Big comes in, you talk about being blown away. I was like, yo, this is incredible. And I just kept going back. And to this day, I have never heard anything after Big. Who's the killer, me or you? I have no idea. Motherfuckers could have had to win in lottery numbers after that shit. They could have said, you don't know who the killer is. They could have said, this is where the motherfucking, you know, what is it? When people want to get young again. This is why I want to get young again. The Fountain of Youth. They could have been like, the Fountain of Youth is here. I don't know what the hell is going on after he says, who's the killer, me or you? I'm just going to say next song. I have never heard anything after that. So that's been on repeat.
You got to shine light on that, though. Biggie using that style, that was the first time an East Coast artist of that stature had attempted anything of that nature, changing their flow completely to match somebody else's shit. Like you said earlier, they don't understand, like, we just couldn't do it. Yo, it was like you couldn't do that. You wasn't supposed to do that. He was not supposed to do that. You talk
about a brain exploding emoji?
Yes.
It was like, yo. Because my whole thing was I don't like that style. I think their style is whack. So to hear Big do it, I was
flawlessly, yeah.
We were sitting there like.
So again, I don't know what happens after Who's the Killer, me or you, but guys, I hope everybody's okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
I know what they're saying, but that's on them, man.
I have no idea. And then 10 Crack Commandments. I was just like, if y'all know me, I love concept songs. So I'm like, this nigga has the fucking 10 rules to how to sell crack. I quit. And this is right, 3 or 4 songs after I just heard you melt my brain fucking using a style I don't like. And now you sit here how to sell crack. But even here's the wild part. As much as I love the song, I was like, God damn, these niggas using Chuck D's voice to talk about selling crack. So it's kind of crazy that Chuck ended up suing him for it. Because even then I was like, come on. This is why I'm like, you always gotta have an old head around you. Somebody should have been in the studio to be like, I don't think we need to use Chuck. Like, I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say I don't want to lose Chuck. But whoever knows, maybe you didn't want to be that person because you may have forget it. Puff. We'll just leave it alone. Okay. Outcast Aquemini, because y'all know where I'm going. You may have said something, and Puff may have blow up your car and tried to fuck you. I don't know what he would have done, but
Are you vague tonight, yo?
I'm just saying, I don't want to. Who knows? I mean, we was hearing about. I don't know if people read the book by Ron and Roe, Have Gun Will Travel. Amazing book talking about death row. Some of the stories. Suge having niggas coming straight home from jail, raping niggas, like not only whooping your ass, but then having a Crip nigga, a blood who just came home from jail raping you. There's some crazy shit that was going on death row. There's some crazy shit. Oh, Ron and Roe, Have Gun Will Travel. Very dope book. I guess some wild shit was going down with Puff too. So yeah. Outcast Aquemini, listened to that album a million times. Pete Rock, Soul Survivor. I can't tell you how many times I listened to that album. It was just on repeat. Prince's Purple Rain and Sign of the Times. It's not even a number that, you know how numbers never end. They will never end with me listening to these albums. P.E. It Takes a Nation. Nas' Illmatic and It Was Written. Jay's Reasonable Doubt. Push's Daytona. Oh my God. And y'all know it's only 20 minutes. I probably listened to that a billion times. And Ray's Purple Tape. And the rest of R&B real quick. The internet has this song called Curse. It's off the album Ego Death. It's the last song on there. I can listen to Curse on repeat over and over again. Jane Child's I Don't Want to Fall in Love. Janet's Again, If, and I Get So Lonely. Those 3 songs, when Again came out, Again did bring some emotion to me. Like when I listen to Again, I'll be like, damn, like this, you know, then they had the boy Shaza from A Different World in the video. I'm like, damn, was they really together? Like it's really like a breakup song. Jasmine Sullivan. Oh, word?
He graduated from Kennedy High School, class 86.
Jasmine Sullivan, I Need You Bad. Jazzy Fat Nasties, Adolescent Blues. Jill Scott's A Long Walk and He Loves Me. Jodeci's Come and Talk to Me. Keisha's Cole, I Should Have Cheated. I thought that was the dopest concept song when that dropped. I'm like, yo, that's such, again, Chef's Kiss. That's amazing. I should have cheated. All the times I was home and you out wilding, I should have cheated. Like, fuck wrong with me? Kindred. Then The Family Soul, Rhythm of Love, and Far Away. I felt far away when he was like, "Yo, what is it? Try and get some ass while the baby sleep." It was like, "Yo, nigga, are you in my house?" Like that is it. Like I felt that song. Music's Half Crazy. Lauryn Hill's X Factor. It goes like there's some like Lauryn is not the most like vague how you saying with Mary, but I felt X Factor. She's not the most soulful like bring you in. But X Factor, I heard that the first time and I could not get past X Factor. I just kept, it had the cream in there. I was like, yo, this is fucking ingenious. Yo, she got cream in here to end with the, I was like, this is crazy. Then she said that word I didn't know what it meant. Reciprocity. I guess I'm the only nigga who didn't know what reciprocity is. That's fine. I'll admit it. But I know there are niggas out there who did not know what that word fucking meant. I know there are. We are not good.
Thumbs came on our show and he said the same thing. He was like, I didn't know what that word meant.
I had never heard the word Rell. I'm from Philly, Rell. You ever fucking heard the word reciprocity?
Right. Like, no.
Nope.
That Columbia High School education.
Now, I could sit here and try to say, okay, I see what she's doing with the word, so it probably means this, but that was the first time I heard reciprocity. Same thing with Mo Better Blues. Me and Vern talk about it all the time. The first time I heard of Audacity was Cinda Williams in Mo Better Blues when she was with Bleak, and she was like, you have the audacity to, I had never heard that word before. So I'm glad everybody got educated. I guess Philadelphia public schools don't really get it there, but Luther's Never Too Much. I can never get too much of Never Too Much. That song could just play forever. That song could be the intro into heaven, and we can listen to it every day, and I am good with it. A Luther Slept On joint, a lot of people don't know of. Other Side of the World. Love that song. Can listen to it all the time.
Yes, God.
Maxwell's Bad Habits. I can listen to that all the time. Mint Conditions, Pretty Brown Eyes. Mary's whole album, My Life. PJ Morton's whole album, Gumbo. Music, Half Crazy, and So Beautiful. Love those 2 joints. They can all stay on repeat. Brack, what do you have left for us, good brother?
I'll run through them. All right. Benz or Beamer, Outkast. Man, I'm from Jersey, and if you fucking know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say.
New Jersey Drive soundtrack, very slept on soundtrack.
Yes. Don't Say a Word. Chino XL featuring Dilla. De La Soul.
R.I.P.
Used that as well.
R.I.P. Chino XL.
And they did it justice. I was a little, you know, but they did it justice. Ecstasy, Ohio Players. Come on, man. If you don't know, I'm not gonna sample snitch, but it ain't no sample snitch. Brooklyn's finest, man. Brooklyn's finest. Brooklyn's finest. What you got, man?
What's the lead singer on there? Because he's singing his ass off on that record.
That's a question for JR.
Oh, for what? I'm sorry.
On Ecstasy, the lead singer for on Ecstasy.
Yeah, I think he was the original singer. What's his name?
I don't know. I know when I wasn't digging, I thought it was a whole nother group. I'll say that. Fucked me up. I'll keep going.
I think it's Leroy. It's Leroy. Sugarfoot.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Jam for You, Redman. I listened to this song so much that I did a mixtape over this for the sample for this song. Like I did a whole set just off of this sample alone. Everybody. Bentley Farnsworth. If you don't fucking know, fuck you. You need
That
to
song
expand
is
your
the
musical
shit.
palette.
Yes.
That shit is fire. Period,
Yes.
point blank. And I need we got robbed. We got robbed of music from that man. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you more and more. Tom Brock. Go dig for it. Getting funky. Kid and Play. Come on, man. 10 years old. That joint came on. I'm doing the Running Man out my sneakers. Off and on. Trends of culture. Listen.
And on.
Green Label. Green Label. I still have it sitting over here in these shelves. The Star of the Story, Heat Wave. Love that song. I love that song. Are You Ready? Slum Village featuring Jazzy Jeff on the cuts. Perfect blend. I still think he was stealing Dilla's shit though.
He was.
Doomsday. MF Doom. If I ever had to go to a planet and somebody said, introduce me to what MF Doom sounds like, I'm playing that first. And I'm going to finish it off with this. When I'm having some fucked up shit and I'm not having a day, like Kill called me one day and I was having a very bad day. Kill and Vern called me, just out the blue. I was having a fucked up day. Got back in my truck and I played Optimistic by the Sounds of Black. That song brings me out of some dark places. Long story short, I've been to Afghanistan a couple times and I've done some things. That song brings me out of a very, very dark place. Yes. So, Kill, Vern, if and when you watch this, man, thank you. That call, I needed that. But that's my song. And when I need that, and it's on speed dial. Last two. I got to say this one. Roller skating jam named Saturday, and the song that introduced me to pop locking, Rainforest, Paul Hardcastle.
Paul Hardcastle. God, I ain't heard that name. Oh yeah. Oh, you at?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Crazy. You got me in here looking for my Ecstasy album. I don't know where it is. I'm like, it ain't in there, so it got to be out here somewhere. Now I got to fucking tear the studio apart to find that joint. Vague, what you got up for your last joints?
All right, I got a couple. Nas Thief's theme. Take some because I love Winter Beef. Started.
I was just
Shoddy in the Sheet.
Bro, I was just about to say that bar. That may be one of the dopest. I take summers off because I love Winter Beef. Like, that's such a crazy bar, man. Yo.
Beat too?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I wanted, like, around that time, I was trying to, like, make a new demo. And I wanted a producer to sample that beat so bad because I was like, yo, nobody ever rapped over this. And then that nigga did it. And when I heard the bars, I was like, shit, this shit crazy. All right, I got a couple. Earth, Wind, and Fire, That's the Way of the World. Love that record. Minnie Riperton, Memory Lane. You want to see me in my old head bag? I love that fucking record. That shit make me feel like I'm sophisticated, rich, all kinds of shit. So I love that record.
Vague, the thing about that, again, the dope ass intro. Like, just sitting here with the dun dun dun, like before the beat even drops, before a song is even, is you just, oh man, people intros, they're still important, y'all. We already lost the bridges in R&B. Like, let's not lose that. Well, we've been lost the intros, but yeah, good intro.
Yeah, and also like when the beat does come in and she starts singing, it's almost like she rapping that shit. The way she kind of, delivering the lyrics. Yeah, cadence is just dope. Compton's Most Wanted, Growing Up in the Hood. From the fucking first, wake your punk ass up. Growing Up in the Hood. Yeah, boy, 1984. Like, come on. This is a joint that I heard off of a show. It was the intro on Netflix. It was, I guess, an anime called Yasuke about a black samurai. The name of the song is Black Gold, but it's produced by Flying Lotus featuring Thundercat. And it's an intro to a show, but they put the soundtrack out. And when I tell you, because it's short, because it's an intro, when I tell you repeat, that shit make you feel like you floating when you listen to that, especially with a good sound system or headphones.
What's the name of it?
It's called Black Gold by Flying Lotus.
All right.
You gotta watch the anime too. The anime is dope.
Yeah, the anime is dope. I also had Dr. Dre, Let Me Ride. Benny the Butcher, Rubber Bands and Weights. I said it a million times why I love that on here. Anderson .Paak, Put Me Through, off the Malibu album.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
That album is crazy.
Yo, when I heard that song, oh my god! Like I used to be going to Soho on a train when that album came out to work at WNYC. So you got a long train ride. You got the headphones, and yo, I would run that song back to back to back. It's Anderson .Paak singing. It's the music. It's the instrumentation. It's the way it was mastered. Like it just sounds excellent and soulful at the same time. All right, a couple more. Lil Wayne featuring Babyface, Comfortable, off of Carter 3. I just love the beat from Kanye West. I love the way Babyface was singing on that joint, and Wayne had some bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, did the Pacers just come back and win? Wow.
Yes, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. They really did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they was down all game?
They was down the whole game.
They was getting cookies.
Yo, here's the wild part, man. I'm rooting for the boy Halliburton, man. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I get it from a Knicks standpoint, but I just get it from, I love the fact that niggas, his own peers, rated him overrated.
Yeah.
And everybody the fuck is home.
Yes.
And this nigga has been putting up numbers, hitting incredible shots, doing everything. So it's kind of, I love that story. I love the story of, man, fuck that nigga. It's like, oh, word, I'm overrated. Bet money. Fuck
And
y'all
killed.
niggas at.
He was the one who hit the shot.
Yeah,
So
he hit-
again,
he hit the game winner. Yeah.
so
Look
again,
at
I
Shaq's
mean,
face. That looked crazy.
Again.
and at the end of it, again, this boy wasn't even no all-star. So it's like, for all you niggas talking shit, y'all all wanted to vote me overrated, hating probably because I made the Olympic team and y'all didn't. But at the end of the day, I don't put the work and where y'all niggas at. So I just love a good comeback story. So that's the only reason why I'm like, rooting for him. But
all right, a couple more. Beanie Siegel featuring Bun B, Purple Rain, off the Comedy soundtrack. Man, I don't even drink lean, but I know every motherfucking word on that song. Like I lived it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, and the funny part, Veg, I heard it and I was like, In the Rain. I'm like, again? But man, nigga, I don't care. Cool. DJ Scratch, sample it again for all I care.
Yeah, Beans killed it. Bun B killed it. I was knocked off looking at the back of my eyes. I was like, God damn, I don't want none of that. All right, four more. Cameron featuring Prodigy, Losing Weight. I could run that back a million times. Brand New Heavies, Never Stop. I love that record for all the reasons you said. Kill. All the reasons you said.
I don't know how I don't have that on my list, because that's one of my.
I thought when you was going there, I was like, he's gonna say it.
Naomi made me a mixtape of like all my favorite songs that make me happy and get me out of mood, and that Never Stop is like number one. That's literally before Optimistic. So I don't even know how I forgot about that. But Never Stop. Oh my god.
All right, three more. Switch, It'll Never Be. I think we mentioned that earlier, but I love that joint. Raheem Devon, Guess Who Loves You More. I can listen to that over and over and over and over and over again. I have and continue to do so. And last, De La Soul, Much More. I love the LTD record, Alone, with Jeffrey Osborne. They turned it into a beat. That shit sound crazy. Primo talking at the beginning is daylight. Like, it's just, and it's. I know for me, it's like inspirational when I hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're not even shooting out messages like that, but I could relate to the whole idea of people looking at you one way, but you're much more than that. That's how I interpret it. And I just love that record. It just makes me feel good when I hear that joint. So I play it frequently.
Bro, the funny thing about that, around those times I had these Dilla Mad Lib beat CDs laying around, and I heard the beat. And I was like, yo, but it was like one of those like before a song went off. I'm like, yo, man, stop doing this. Like, y'all know how Pete do it and put a beat in between as an interlude. And I'm like, so when I heard that, I was like, thank you. We got like this is, and then what De La did to it was just crazy. It's crazy how it's funny because people be like, man, Kill, you always talking about that shit about Primo, but man, that much more shit by De La is crazy. I'm like, yeah, Dilla did that shit, y'all. Like, Primo's just talking. They called Premier to the studio to fucking talk. Not play us a beat. There are no Primo beats on the grind date, just to talk. Same thing with Nas. What's that joint? Oh god, Locomotive. Niggas was like, Kill, Large Pro still got beats, and I'm like, yeah, no ID did that shit. Like, Large Pro is just talking. Yes, he got called. When you only get called to the studio to talk, just know that your time is ticking. Okay, so that's that. You know what I mean? When you used to make the mac and cheese, and now niggas just ask you to bring a fucking cake or a pie, just know niggas don't fuck with your mac and cheese. Just a fact. Yeah, what you got left, bro?
All right, from the hip hop, I got Around the Way Girl. We talked about Round the Way Girl. Oh my God, just the nostalgia of it all, and just hearing it and all that. It just feels good anytime you play it. You know what I mean? So you can run that back. I got Ain't No Fun, Snoop, Shook Ones Part 2, Buddy Remix, De La Soul. And then Crossover, EPMD. And then I got Mona Lisa for Slick Rick. And when it comes to R&B, I'm going D'Angelo, Send It On. Keep On Moving.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Soda. So Keep On Moving. How did I forget that?
Yeah, Keep On Moving, Soul to Soul. Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. I still rocking to that. I think that is a.
You enjoy that one over the original?
Miguel's Adorn. I got okay, where am I? I got Janet's The Knowledge for me. It's just personal for me, so I can run that back. Giving Up by Donny Hathaway. That's on my wall. I can play that all day, you know, for real. If I'm in a mood. And the beginning, like Kill said, it's the intro of these records. I would come in and it gets you. I got I'm So Into You, SWV. And I'm gonna end it with The Temptations, Girl, Why You Want to Make Me Blue, because of the production of Norman Whitfield. Just the beginning, the first 15 seconds just brings you in, like horns, drums, all that, and boom. So that's my.
And what joint is that? What joint is that?
Girl, Why You Want to Make Me Blue by The Temptations. Yeah, just the first 15 seconds. It's crazy. I gotta go back a couple of times, and then I let this joint rock.
All right, no doubt. And Rell, what you got left?
R&B, I got Encore.
Cheryl Lynn John.
Oh my God! Damn, I had this from out it. I forgot it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Encore. Of course, Optimistic. I got Slow Down, the Bobby Valentino song.
That was a banger.
I got Outside My Door. Outside My Door, Michelle.
Michelle and Giacello.
Every Little Step by Bobby Brown and Miguel Coffey. Rap, hip hop, I got left. I got It Ain't Hard to Tell. And the first single that I bought with my own money, Crossover, EPMD. I have a story about that one. My Downfall, Big, G.O.D. Part 3, Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Lyrics to Go, another perfect song. Corrupt, We Can Freak It.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Battle Cat went crazy. Keys Open Doors.
Ooh.
Keys Open Doors, The Clips.
We get the ticket. I play that shit in the truck.
Like, I got a homegirl named Vanessa. We played that joint like 30 times back to back, driving to Philly from Baltimore. Keys Open Doors, crazy. Return of the G, Outkast. crazy. Code of the Streets. You're the Man. Nas.
Ooh. I got the edit of that. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh yeah, let me get that. Something more current. Super Plug. Benny the Butcher. Cocaine Cologne from Stove God Cooks. And I put everybody on at work about, like, if you ever come to my job and get killed, I got like a couple of young people that I hired. There's a young girl, and that's like our song. Like, we'll be cleaning up shit, just cut that joint on, and we just yelling, "Still smelling like a brick right now." Mind you, when I hired her, she was in high school. Some good mentor I am. I got her singing that shit, but so that's it.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. One thing I want to talk about, I saw this the other day, and I'll send y'all the links to it. And it was this dude who was talking about the dangers of streaming. You know, so I'm like, all right, clickbait, the dangers. Like, what are you talking about? Now, he's specifically talking about movies per se, but I'm assuming that this could happen for music too. So again, he's saying, like, you know, people think that they own the stuff. Like, you know how you could go to Amazon Prime and they're like, hey, you want to rent the movie? You can buy the movie. And you're like, hey, I want to buy it. I want to own it. But they're like, you know, you, even when you actually read, like, Porsche, you know, Apartment 5B's lawyer isn't here tonight, but Porsche reads everything. Like, if there's an update to your iPhone while the rest of us are just like, go, Porsche's spending the next 72 hours reading every word of it to find out what's going on. And then she'll text us to say, I don't know if you should do this update because blah, 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 blah. So they're just basically saying that, you know, you don't own anything. So even when you think you own something, you really don't. And here's the piece that he talked about that is really big. He said, there's more consumption without commitment. And I love that because I feel like it's the same with music. It's a consumption where we're taking it all in, but there's no commitment. So when I talk about why are we speed dating hip hop, that's what I mean. There's no commitment there. And here's the piece that I didn't know that they were doing with movies. He was like, you do know that they're changing movies around. So that some of the things that may have been said inappropriately on The Simpsons, they're going back and editing that stuff. So your favorite episode of The Simpsons may not look like your favorite episode of The Simpsons anymore because they've taken out jokes that aren't, you know, that are too hardcore right now, or they're too this or that. So, and it's funny because I had all these Blu-ray Timberland boxes of Blu-ray DVDs I was about to throw away because I'm like, I need to clean out this attic. And I'm like, nah, I'm keeping these shits because he was like, yo, your favorite movie may not even look like your favorite movie the next time you watch it. And it was like, wow, that's crazy. And it's going to be the same with music if it's not already. One day you're going to put on an album where niggas was saying something. I was just thinking about Buckshot. What do you say? I get so much, let's see my dick being stitches. Only red bones. Don't fuck. I'll even fuck them Black Zulu. Like, yo, you can't say that. Yo, I want red bones. I'll even take them Black Zulu beat. Like, you can't. So the next time you listening to that, it may be completely new lyrics. Wow. Like, this is what they're gonna be doing. So it's just really, it was really just about the importance of still owning stuff. So I know the majority of people who watch the show who will come to my crib are amazed. Like, damn, Kill, you still got all your CDs and all the vinyl. That's just me. You know what I mean? But there is something about it, you know, and I think I said this the other day because it was a whole bunch of shit on Twitter because somebody said something about the SOS band was now on streaming. And I'm like, here's a heads up, you fuckers. You could just go buy this shit, you know? And everybody's like, well, it's just more convenient. It's more this and this. It was just everybody. And I'm just like,
I saw that.
But it's like, yo, so for all the people when De La wasn't streaming, you just weren't listening to De La. Nothing in your head said, hey, let me go to Amazon and just buy the CD. You know, the problem is I get it. Now people are like, well, who has a CD player? You know what I mean? But if again, consumption without commitment. If you love music like that, buy a CD player. You can still get one. You can buy one of these little portable joints that costs $15, $20 on Amazon, plug it into your laptop, dump all your CDs and make them MP3s. You know what I mean? So just something to think about because I had never thought about like, damn, they it's already bad enough I pay cable and Amazon and Hulu and Max and all this other shit, and then we be like want to watch a movie and I can't find it nowhere. Or we was about to go see the new Mission Impossible. I was like, yo, T, we should sit here and watch all the old Mission Impossibles before we go see the new one. $5.99, $10.99. I'm like, you mean I can, all this money I fucking spend every month and I can't find, and I think I ended up finding like 1 and 3 on Amazon, but nigga, now I gotta find 2 and 4. Like, you know, so the shit just crazy. What are you gonna say, Vag?
I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of follow this type of stuff all the time, just out of personal interest. On the movie front, it is true. You know, you definitely do not own those digital copies. And on the music front, it's not, and they do edit, but it depends. It's more rare than it is common. But I know it's happened like in like Star Wars and stuff like that, but it was like creative changes more than anything. On the music front, one way to, like, if that concerns you as a music listener and you do a lot of streaming, especially if you own it, even if you download it, they can get rid of it, but you would keep it because it's downloaded. If you delete that shit, then it's gone forever, because something similar happened with video games, where there were like games that people played on like the Xbox 360, right? And because licensings went away for like Marvel games or whatever online, a lot of people who bought them joints but didn't download them to like the new console kind of lost access. But then there were people, you know, who just keep that shit, like, yo, I just keep everything downloaded, who can still play it. So it's kind of one of those weird ways where it's like you said, you got a DVD, it's right here in my hand, I don't got to download, I ain't got to do shit, I own it. Now it's kind of like you have to maneuver to be like, is there going to be like a lawsuit that'll take all of Mary J. Blige's albums off for streaming, and that's my only access to them? You know, then it's more so like you should probably download them to your device to still have access, or like Kill said, go and buy the physical and rip it to your fucking computer. So
right. And I mean, I get it. Like, you know, everybody was like, yo, it's just more convenience, more convenience, more convenient. Of course it is, because all this shit takes up space. Like, literally, like this 3rd bedroom in our house is literally just sneakers, records, and equipment. It takes up. So of course it would be more convenient to just have all of this on your laptop or all of this in the cloud. But at the end of the day, and I mean, again, keeping in mind that would be ripping it and it's all coming to you. Is that a lot of work? Yeah, but you have it. You know what I mean? There's, if Netflix goes bankrupt tomorrow, now niggas don't got shit to do. There ain't no Netflix and chill. Now, you know, Redbox is going. So at the end of the day, it's just like choose your heart. But again, I feel like this is for the people who are like, I'm not a big cinephile or anybody like that. Like, I like movies, they cool, but music is my bag. So I just think for people who really love, you know, film and really, I had a homeboy who, like, my crib is like his, but it's all DVDs and VHS tapes. Like, he's not trading in anything. That's his shit. So again, you know, you don't own anything. You know, I'm like, what were you fuckers doing for the past 20 years with De La Soul? You just weren't listening to Buddy. You haven't heard fucking Me, Myself, and I in 50 years. Like, right. But it's kind of like, just go buy a CD. And I understand that that's work. And then I got to buy the CD, the DVD player, the CD player to attach to my laptop. And I got to take the time, but it's yours. Rell, tell them where they can get at you, good brother.
Uptown Rell 215, J-Ben 215 on Uptown Rell 215 on Instagram, J-Ben 215 on Twitter, X, whatever. Right.
JR, where can they get at you, bro?
JR's World of Soul on Instagram and Twitter, the R&B Reps on Instagram and Twitter, all stuff. Y'all can go there and see everything and check everything out. So,
all right, Fag, where can I get at you?
All right, you can follow me on social media at Vegas World INC. You can check out my podcast right here on YouTube, Pro Hip Hop Now Podcast. Yes, I got merch with my face on it, and I'm still the same size, which is fucking miraculous, because at one point I wasn't. I was a thicker version of myself, but it's all about hip hop news and perspectives and some specials. Like recently, I do do reactions. I did a reaction to a video about coke rap and what it is. And I ain't gonna lie, after watching the video, I was like, man, I'm about to listen to Rock Marcy. Fuck it. Like I went on like a coke binge of coke rap. Like I just wanted to hear all that shit. But that's on the channel, so you can check it out. And also me and Kill got 7 projects together, all boom bap hip hop, different shit, concepts, storytelling, boom bap rhymes, street shit for the ladies, all kinds of stuff. You can find that at vegasworldinc.bandcamp.com, where I also got a project with DJ Rec One, called Grown Man Music. But also you can find all of that music on Apple Music or Spotify or Tidal. It's on everything available. Just look for Vegas and my latest project, Bedside Vintage. So.
All right, no doubt. Rec, where can I get at you, good brother?
Twitter, X, at DJ Rec One, Twitch, DJ Rec One, Instagram, DJ Rec One.
All right. No doubt. You already know this with me, Kill. 889, Twitter, IG, all that good stuff. Want to shout out this book right here by Ben Pedros, Independent as Fuck. Sent me a copy. We're going to have him on the podcast in a little bit. It's all about just independent hip hop, going back, underground hip hop from 1995 to 2005. Just how independent hip hop was. So, y'all know me, I'm a bookworm. Definitely check this joint out. Like I say, he's going to be on the podcast in a little bit to chop it up about the book, but definitely tap in with that. Just Google this. I'm sure it's on Amazon, or go to his website. You can cop it. Definitely a very dope book to dig into. And I will check y'all next week, good peoples.